What's up, guys? John from PumoPlow.com here with another On the Farm video. How's everybody doing? Thanks so much for watching. Clicking on it. You haven't watched the whole thing yet. Thanks for clicking on the video. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the farm. So I had this intro all planned out. I was going to come on here and be like, hey, we were down here for like 3 minutes. Dad got on the lawnmower, barely drove outside the shed and got a snake. Okay. We're not fans of snakes here at the farm. So, we got that snake, took care of it. He's back cutting by the combine shed here just a couple minutes later. And the sign that we have worked out is if you're on the lawnmower and you see a snake, you just rev the throttle up and down, up and down, up and down. And then somebody else knows to grab a shovel and come running. So he got another one back there. He got this one with the lawnmower. So I got two last week. I didn't put either one in the video. They were both filmed actually too, because I was wearing the head mount with the GoPro. So Dad's over there. He got two today already. I'll keep you guys up to date if there's any more. But for now, I'm going to throw the GoPro on the head mount and go start to get our blade out of the shed. We are going to grade the lane today. So I'm on the 995 and let's go get some grade lane. Let's go get the stuff out of the way so we can get the blade out. There's a couple things in the way, so let's do that. So you guys, I would say cold start video, but it's about 80 degrees right now, so there's no cold start here. We turn the key, we go. Alright, you guys, there you can kind of see that we moved our trailer load of poo, which I guess we'll be using here in a little bit on our sweet corn when it gets a little taller. So I don't even think it's up yet. It's only been a week. It'll be up soon. Moved the trailer poo. We moved the brush hog, which I'm kind of hoping to use today too. The highway out there is getting pretty real, so it needs to be cut. And then we got the blade out. And if you guys remember from last year, that was one of the early-ish on the farm videos where I graded the lane. So the problem we're going to run into here now is that we have kind of already done all of this stuff, so that now what I'm hoping to do is give you guys kind of a different view of some of the stuff this year, because I happen to have something in the truck that allows me. I'm really bad at this holding the camera and talking to it thing, just saying, so forgive me, vlogger noob kind of. So I happen to have something here in the truck that allows me to get a different view of some of the same stuff, and you guys already know what it is. It's the drone, the Phantom 3 Professional drone, and all its drone gloriness. All its drone gloriness? Is that even a thing, guys? I guess it is. I just made it a thing. So Dad's actually out cutting along the lane on the sides right now, just to get it out of the way. And if I would go scrape the lane like I'm gonna do and then harrow it and whatnot, there'd be a lot of loose dirt. And then to go out there and cut it would just be a dusty nightmare. So Dad's gonna do that. I'm gonna wait around for him to get done, and then I'll start scraping the lane. So yeah. But in the meantime, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get the drone out. Got the 4K, you know, all its glory. I'm in a mood today, apparently, guys. Oh, and we got the John Deere snowblower down here from the house. Never actually used it all winter, so don't have to worry about that. We've actually got 3 snowblowers down here, and I think I'm going to try to winterize or summarize those. Summarize them, not winterize them, later today. I hear an airplane. Put mine right over it. Cool, the plane, the plane. I don't know if you guys can see the plane, but there's a little plane up there in the sky. I'm not sure if you guys can even see it, but it's up there. Alright, so we're gonna get this drone going. I'm actually gonna wait for that plane to quit being loud. Damn thing. Being all plain and loud. Get my Samsung tablet going here. And I think I'm gonna run down real fast along those telephone poles from last week. They talked about going down there to check what how the roundup was doing and whatnot. Might as well do that real fast while I'm waiting for Dad to mow the lane. And then we get to do everybody's favorite, guys. Droning and driving. Droning and driving and driving and droning. I don't recommend it. It's probably illegal in like 12 states. Or something. Okay. Now, because I'm not trying to actually follow like Dad out there spraying like I did last week, I'm not going to worry about jumping in the truck so I can see the tablet better. I can see it good enough out here in the sun. So, yeah, let's go ahead and fire up the video. We are rolling. Look at that beautiful tractor and blade. Look at that glorious 995 case.
Alright, you guys, switching into voiceover mode. John, the voiceover guy here, of course. Who else would I be? So, we are going to fly down around the telephone poles like I had said. And here we are out at the farthest corner that we maintain to. And you can see the roundup has worked pretty good. There's still some stuff that's a little green, but it looks like we got most of it. So there's the other corner. I was kind of rushing this flight so that I could get onto working on the lane and whatnot. So I was like out here and boom, right back in, trying to save some battery so I could go fly and do the lane and whatnot. So yeah, and stuff. All right, so we're just gonna fly back in. Like I said, it looks like it worked pretty good. So yeah, and you can see from the last video, this field on the left of the screen here has been planted. That was all planted in corn. Like the same day that Dad went out here and sprayed and everything. It was kind of funny actually. He like just got back, and then we look over and there's like farmers, and we're like, oh hey, they're here to plant. Did pretty good around that corner there, and then along this road. This is kind of an old field road, and you can actually see where he was like spot spraying some actual weeds and letting the grass go. So it looks all patchy and stuff. It's kind of funny looking. So yeah, it looks like it did a pretty good job. It was a 2,4-D Roundup mixed to make it a little hotter, and really should kill everything that way then. So yeah, we're just gonna come back in. There wasn't much around these poles here, so you can see there wasn't much around that pole at all. That wheat has actually started to head out. We'll get some good video of that for the next On the Farm video probably. It depends how the weather is this coming Sunday, the day this video is released actually. If it's super windy and rainy, then I guess I won't be flying, but otherwise I will be flying. You can see our rye is starting to go down a little bit. We plant our rye so thick that it goes down. And you know, it's a double-edged sword. We want there to be plenty of straw there later in the year, so therefore we want to plant it nice and heavy and thick, but at the same time we don't really want it to go down yet. We want it to head out and make us a good straw. If this would die too early, it won't make a good straw. It's all science and stuff, I swear, but if it stays around for a while, it'll make a better straw for us. Because we do spray this with Roundup eventually and then roll it down with our roller to make like a carpet. Works pretty good actually. So yep, you can see the rye has started to go down, and it may go down more, you never know. And looking at the potato ground here, you can't really see it, but I think there was only a couple potatoes up at the time this video was taken. They're a little slow, but it has been cold here and a lot of cloudy days, so it's not heating the ground like it should. So, you know, the potatoes will come on eventually. And now it's time for everybody's favorite, droning and driving. Now, for the record, you need 2 hands to fly the drone like the proper way. Yes, you can fly it with 1 hand, but 2 hands, where's that? And you kind of need at least 1 hand to drive the tractor, just like I'm driving now. When I actually start working, I kind of need 2 hands. And, you know, I don't have 3 or 4 hands. I only have 2. So, droning and driving is very hard, guys. I would say try it, but make sure you're, like, on a tractor would be good and, you know, away from anything that you could hit, because it's a little difficult. So, we're going to go out and get started on the lane here in a second. Dad was actually still mowing the lane. And see, like, right there, I just wasn't looking at the tablet, and the drone just kind of took off on me. Here comes Dad in on the lawnmower, and I did speed this footage up a little bit. I didn't want to be in his dust cloud right there, so I went down that other road. Alright, let's come back it up, and then we're gonna go scrape the lane. And this is the end of the lane with all the root wads and stuff that we had sprayed, all the grass, and this end just didn't work so hot. So you'll see here in a second, it looks like it's not working real good, and it wasn't. We made the best of it. We might actually, here this weekend, maybe do it kind of again, just to get it a little bit better, because with all the root wads and stuff, it was just not working like it should have. So yeah, you can see Dad there, he just adjusted the blade a little bit for me. I should have done that before I got on the tractor, and I didn't even think of it for some reason. So oh, and it doesn't help, you can look at the wheat down there and see that it was a little windy too. So yeah, and stuff. Alright, so when I first started, gonna go a little bit slow, and like I said, I did speed this footage up, so I'm actually not going this fast in real life. Once I got my blade kind of set, I was able to go a little bit faster, because the faster you go, the better it kind of rolls, and it kind of works better. And you can see there it's working decent, but when I get out just a little bit farther here in all the root wads and stuff, and yeah, normally I go from the outsides and bring in, but the center has been getting too high in the lane. So this time I'm taking from the center and kind of going back out, just filling in a little bit of ruttage. Ruttage? Yeah, that's a thing. Filling in a little bit of the ruts from the winter. But like I'd said in previous videos, we didn't have a bad winter here. So the lane was not as bad as it has been in past years. So not really too much of an issue. And like I said, guys, droning and driving, it's difficult. But look at that wheat just blowing. So that's another issue, flying the drone in the wind. It just doesn't help. So, hello. I waved. I was amused by it. So, yeah, you can see I'm plowing up a fair bit of stuff, but it's mostly root wads here from the grass and whatnot. And you can see I'm not driving straight at all because I'm trying to pay attention to my tablet. And that tractor is actually kind of difficult to hold straight. It's gotten a lot better since we had the steering cylinder rebuilt on the tractor last winter or last fall. Yeah, late fall kind of. I don't think I ever filmed that or talked about it, but yeah, it has a steering cylinder, hydraulic cylinder for steering, and we had to took it off and had it rebuilt. It was completely junk on the inside. All the seals and whatnot were just gone. So, but yeah, you can see it doesn't look good right now at all. So, yeah, that's it for me for now.
Alright guys, I don't even know if you can hear me, but I am on the tractor, currently grading the lane. It's working decent because all the rear lines in the center, not really having a good time with them. Even though we sprayed the lane last week, and yeah, the stuff's dead, but the roots are still there. Kind of wanted to wait a couple more weeks, but really have decided to get it done. So we'll see how it turns out in the end. I think it's going to be lots of time with the harrow later today, probably behind the truck even. You can use the harrow behind the truck. You can go a lot faster. And of course, if you guys don't know, the faster you go, the better the rear lines and bumps the traffic break up. So, should be pretty cool. Should work real good.
Alrighty, so I don't know if you guys could really even hear me right there, but I was basically just talking about how the root wads were annoying, and we were going to have to use the truck probably to pull the harrow. We have a drag harrow. Grandpa's back in the day from farming. And it's in our old combine shed back there, and we hook them up side by side with a thing that Grandpa made years ago to pull them, and we put it behind the truck because we can go a little faster, and the faster you go, the better the stuff breaks up. So here you can see we're out a little bit farther, and there's nothing growing in the center because the farmers out here like to spray all the way across for us, which is nice. So it's working a lot better. I just maybe need to do a little bit more here this week or whatever. So we will see how it turns out.
Alright you guys, so I did a pass all the way out to the mailbox, about a mile, all the way back in, scraping the other way. Where there wasn't the grass in the middle and stuff, it worked really good. Where there was grass and stuff, not so much. So while I was away, I told you guys I just had 2 snakes. I just passed him coming in. You can hear him, he's still out there cutting. He's up to 5 snakes now. Good God, what is going on down here this year? That's 10 snakes this year already. Holy crap. Just saying. So the next step for me is to clean and oil the brush hog. I'll be oiling it with that real thick oil with the paintbrush again. So yeah, it'll be good to go back in the shed for a whole year. So we really only use this thing once a year. We don't do any snow with it or anything like that. So that's basically that. So let's get to cleaning and oiling. Guys, because it was pretty dry this time, haven't had any rain in a little while now. I don't know how well you guys can even see this blade, but I'm going to try blowing it off first. So we're going to run over it with the wire brush. I don't really know that we even need to, because that came off pretty good with just the air. Just a little bit here and there. Not bad. That's done. That's how dry it was. The dirt just was not sticking. So yeah, on to oiling. So where there's not root wads, worked really good. This first stretch, I don't know, we'll see. Multiple times. Yeah. Yeah, but where there wasn't root wads, it worked pretty good.
Yeah.
So. $10 for the year. Ridiculous. What? Oh yeah. That was really about 3 minutes of my life. If you take care of your equipment, not hard to maintain it in the future.
All right, you guys, now we're back at the combine shed, getting out the drag harrows like I had talked about before. You can see that pipe laying on the ground there. That's something Grandpa made up years ago to hook these two harrows side by side, so you could pull it behind, you know, a disc back in the day, or a field cultivator, whatever. Or like we use it now for on our lane, but Grandpa actually used it for farming operations back in the day. So yeah. And did you like a little bit of that, like, just raw conversation? You couldn't really hear Dad, but just kind of decided to leave it in. Why not? Something a little bit different for you guys. So yeah, like I said, this is our old combine shed. Grandpa used to keep the combine in here and a couple plows, and I'm not sure what else actually, because I was pretty young when he was farming still. So yeah, now we use it for our disc, our trailer that we keep our poo in. We used to haul chicken manure to the farm, and then we would dump it, and that just made a nasty mess because it would, you know, get wet from the rain and it would never dry back out. So now we actually just keep it in the trailer in the shed until we use it. We have a good paint in that trailer, like a good like a concrete floor paint kind of. It's a really good paint to stop it from eating it. All right, so I did not actually get any footage of the harrowing process. If you guys want to see that, I guess you can go look back to last year. We did that behind the truck. Mike actually sat in the back of the truck with his phone and filmed it. It was kind of amusing. So I jumped on the 995 and took off out to the highway. It was time to do some mowing, and it kind of became the point in the day, guys, where I had to like almost put the camera down and just kind of work. That's kind of what this turned into. So I do apologize for not having any harrowing footage, but we've been talking, Dad and I, in the past couple days since this footage was all shot, that we're probably going to do the lane again. So maybe I'll get some sweet drone footage of the harrow or something behind the tractor or the truck, whatever we decide to use to pull it. Now, you know, I don't have to maintain this part of the road out here. The state will come through a couple times a year and knock down this grass and hack at it a little bit. But it's just one of those things that, you know, it's little things you can do to make the world a better place or something. So I know I mean, I enjoy going out here and mowing this. I don't mind it. It's fun to me. You know, anytime I get to drive the tractor, I'm down. So, you know, go out here and mow for 45 minutes or something. It's not bad at all. And I probably mow, I don't know, almost a mile on each side or so. Or not quite, maybe. But yeah, I mow a fair bit. And I'll mow 2 passes where I can. Dad always makes fun of me. I don't really like the road ditches too much. Sticking the tractor in there, I always feel like I'm gonna tip over, even though I know I'm not going to. Those tires on that tractor, the back tires, are actually fluid filled to add weight for more traction and stuff. But you got to think, all that weight is gonna hold you down. That's low weight, lowers your center of gravity a little bit. So, and this tractor, actually, for its size and everything, is heavy because you have the big mower on the back, you have fluid filled tires, and you have the whole loader frame and everything for the front. So, and you can see I made sure to look and look and look to make sure there's no cars coming either way. I do have all of my lights on. Hazards are flashing, and you know, headlights are on. The lights on this tractor are pretty crap. But you know, it is what it is. Maybe sometime we'll have to get this tractor out at night when we're down there and show you guys how crap the lights are. There's 2 little headlights in the front, and they're all right. And then you have like marker lights kind of on the front of the fenders, like a little white marker light on each side, and it helps you see your dashboard just a little bit, not like a lot or anything, just a little bit. And then you have a blinker on the front of each fender there, and then on the back of each fender there's a blinker, a brake light, and a running light. And then on the right fender, which you can see, when I keep turning around here, you can see that one light right there. And they're all incandescent. They're all, I don't think they're original, because I don't think that backlight was original to the tractor, but the rest of them are original. I think Grandpa might have added that backlight. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. But, you know, basically this tractor's all stock and ready to go. Outside of that steer knob that I'm not using for some reason. And, yeah. And that's an oil can holder right there at the bottom. I use it for my water holder all the time. Don't actually carry an oil can on the tractor anymore because, you know, you're not out disking or whatever farming related stuff that you would need an oil can for. So, all right, so I finished up mowing out there, come back in, and Dad was working on the snow blowers. I had talked about summarizing the snow blowers, the 3 that we have down there. We have Mike's snowblower, which is the Toro. We have my snowblower, which is the little John Deere, and then we have my brother-in-law's snowblower, which is an Aaron's. So you can see 2 of them there. I'm gonna go ahead and blow off the mower. That way it's all nice and clean. Why not? So here's the Aaron's. Actually hasn't been used in the snow yet because my brother-in-law bought it from my dad and then just never used it because we haven't had that much snow. So what we're putting in there is a product called True Fuel. It doesn't have any of the ethanol or any of the crap that the gas at the pumps have in it. So it is a lot better for engines if you're going to let them sit. So of course you're going to let them sit all summer. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button for more and subscribe. I'm John from harrow.com. I'll catch you next time. Toodles.